All right, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Otis Frampton Live again. Let me check the audio levels, make sure everything's working fine. I think it should be working fine. Can already hear stuff. Excellent. Audio's good. So today, going to be doing more. Oh, sorry about that. Let me mute that. So today, I am going to be working on today I'm working on the Hellboy commission from yesterday, once again. And muted. There we go. And hopefully we've got the problem from yesterday fixed. Technical problem from yesterday, I should say. If you watched yesterday, you noticed that things went a little blurry for a few minutes. I feel terrible about that. And I think it was because I had I have my camera on my iPhone set up as the main camera here. And it's going through an app called Camo Studio on my Mac. And I had it set to autofocus, unfortunately. I didn't realize that. And so I think a couple of times I got a little too close to the camera, which is sort of right at my head level, right over the iPad. And I think it caught my head a little bit on the peripheral and focused on that. And then I didn't notice it for a few minutes and it got blurry. But today we got things all fixed up and I have it set to manual focus. And so that should not change. But once again, totally apologize. So that won't happen again. All right. So this is some of the work I did yesterday. We'll just recap. Did some work on establishing the look of Hellboy. It's another full body take, and then we did some exploratory robot sketches. There's the original. We went from this to this, and then I added some things. Here's the ugly composition that I have going on for the piece, which is going to be a comic page. Close up of Hellboy in the top, and then cuts to a wide shot of Hellboy standing over a destroyed robot. And I decided I'm going to make it a robot, not a mech with a person inside. And then Jawa's coming in to loot the thing. And you can kind of see I did a quick sketch. Let me get rid of that. Oops. A quick sketch. What's happening here? Of the sort of pose I wanted. And I think that even though I did all that exploration yesterday, I think I'm going to sort of attack it from the other point of view, which is to not design it standing fully, but to design it for the purpose that it's in, which is laying on the ground. And that'll, I think, make for allow me to design each element better so that it looks good from the angle that I'm drawing it. It's sort of the approach of, like, in movies, if you've got a fallen animal. I remember the story from the making of Lord of the Rings, where the Mumakil in Return of the King, one of them was fallen, and Peter Jackson needed a Mumakil laying down so that the Weta workshop could make it, and they made this clay maquette of a Mumakil standing up. Peter just took it and threw it down on the table, and it made the Mumakil lay as if it had fallen, and it was like this brilliant idea. So that's kind of the idea. It's like I'm going to tackle it from the position that it's in the image. I don't need to show it from any other point of view because it's going to be a single image. So today, what I'm going to actually do is I think I'm going to tackle. Let's pivot from the robot stuff. I'm going to tackle Hellboy a little bit I think that'll take me through the hour, and then we'll do another show and tackle other parts. Whoops. So what I want to do is I want to copy all of this on my head exploration. Go back to the actual document. Let me get my live chat set up real quick here. Sorry about the delay. Just make sure I can chat with all of you. Oh, look at that. I got some people in the Rumble chat room. Say hello if you're in the Rumble chat room. Or the YouTube chat room. All right, so let's create a new layer here. Paste it in. And there I've got my own. Actually, you know what? Well, that's fine. I'll just use that. That's fine. And I actually, I kind of like, now that I'm seeing it in context, I kind of like this sketch for the top sketch. So I'm gonna actually just cut and paste that. See how it works. Because it's gonna be a close-up. Let's angle a little bit. So get a little bit of this more in there. Yeah, I kind of actually like that. Hey, look at that! I saved some work by doing some advanced work. It really works up there. And then the dialogue is going to be like, it's, oh, it's all yours, boys. There. But I do have to add the open mouth. I think I'm gonna shift this chin down a little bit so that the open mouth works a little better. I love when things just work out. That's so nice. All right, and the background is going to be, you know, the whatever I have for the background down here. So, which if you watched yesterday, oops, I'm going to give it sort of a thick. If you watched yesterday, you know it's going to be like the ruins of like a war, like Berlin in 1944 ruins sort of thing, because Hellboy is famous for fighting those baddies from the World War II. I won't say the name. I don't want to get demonetized by YouTube. Now, I'll go in and refine this, but that works really well as a placeholder. I didn't realize that I'd already done the work for this panel yesterday. That's kind of funny. So now let's create a scrim here, or like I call it a scrim. And I'm gonna work on the pose that I wanted, and I wanted him kind of standing sort of defiantly, like. this leg up, on something. Whoops. Let's make it a longer leg. I'm not sure if that's going to work now that I see it in context, but we'll see. It's a little too long for Hellboy anyway. But I'll adjust it later. Oh, wait, you know what? He's going to be holding... It's going to have him holding his gun. I originally said I was going to be smoking a cigar, but I'm not sure if that's going to work now. Oh, and he's got that big hand. Let's shorten up his legs a little bit, make him just a little stubbier. I'll make his torso look even bigger. And like I said yesterday, he's gonna be wearing Otis Frampton style Converse because that's just what all my characters wear. You know how it is. I'm gonna reposition. I'm drawing it bigger than he's gonna be, just so I can have more room to work here. Okay. So let me go back. Let me open up my reference here. This is the VizRev app that I showed yesterday that I was working with. I actually forgot about his gun. I need to get reference of his gun. I don't think I have it here. He's got like this giant gun, right? Yeah, I don't think I've caught any reference from that. But let me just sort of wing it here. I'll give it a big. I'll copy that. There, that works. All right, now I'm going to create another layer over that. I'm going to sort of, and I'm going to switch to purple, where I can get his, I'm going to draw his jacket in so I'm not drawing over the existing drawing. And I want his jacket to sort of maybe be fluttering a little bit, Oh, he's got a tail. I forgot about his tail. All right, guy's got a tail. So now this is our sort of really rough. I'm going to place him where, whoops, let's go back there. Add him sort of here, which means, let's bring that up here. I want this guy sort of here. There we go. That way, I still have Hellboy's full body in there. All right, I'm gonna merge these. Let's duplicate it, make it a little thicker. Merge down, merge down. All right, starting to come together. Now the next thing I'm going to do, actually, I think now that I've got these characters sort of placed, let me fix something real quick. Angle him a little bit more so he's standing a little straight, a little more. There we go. So I'm going to go in, and now that I've got the two main characters, the Jawas are going to be, placed on. I'm going to place the Jawas after I have the environment set up a little bit more. So using a different color, I'm going to go in and start roughing out an environment. And I'm going to go to my reference here that I collected. Which one did I like? Which one did I? So here's one with stairs, but I kind of liked the column look too. All right, so I'm just going to kind of mentally remember this reference that I have, and then maybe I want Hellboy to be a little smaller so I can get a little bit more architecture in there. So kind of want, maybe if I can frame him in, no, that's not going to work. Let's go back. I think the first thing I need to do is tackle the fact that he's going to be standing on stairs, and I want it to be kind of like that. That's better. Just get sort of a, oh yeah, that works. So get that column kind of look going, and then I want sort of the indication of a blown out wall there. I'm going to have something behind that too. And then this guy's going to just be, let me put this, oh, I've been drawing the wrong layer. Oh boy. Well, here, I like to do this in layers, so I'm going to cut out what I just drew. All right, here we go. Oops. Layer management is so important. It's all going to be flattened anyway, but still. So then this guy, he's going to be sort of, there's going to be rubble all around him. There's damage on the columns maybe. And then in the background, I need to get more reference for blown out German city, but I'll just wing it here for now. And the same thing for this. There's going to be an indication of the background. All right, it's starting to come out, and it's starting to come together, and in a way that sort of had intended when I saw it in my head originally. Now, because let's create another scrim. Throw this up there. Because of the size of Hellboy here, the Jawas can be, it can be a number of Jawas, and they'll all be carrying like tools and stuff, and they'll be wandering in. I kind of like the idea of 7, like they're the 7 doors coming into work. Let's give them a little bit more variation. In their position. Again, these are just sort of placeholders, but I want to get the composition right. Maybe I can make Hellboy just slightly bigger. No, no, it's not going to work because I like the composition the way it is. Haha. All right. Now, again, I know this is really rough, but it's actually starting to come together. Starting to come together. And, this is what I do when I'm doing layouts. I use, multiple colors for different things so I can keep things separate. I think I picked that up. I started using different colors for my pencils before I was really doing digital stuff. I was using color race blue and color race red, for like animators do, and I've sort of stuck with that. But I've added purple to it. You can kind of see right here in my palettes, blue and red are right up top. Hold on a second. Yeah, so it's gonna work out, I think. But now it is time to start refining the robot a little bit, and I'm going to do that with. I decided I want the main body to be circular because that works pretty well for doing the foreshortening. And just realize it kind of looks Death Star-ish now, but it won't. I want more curves to it. No, I'm not liking the perfect circle. We have to work on the design a little bit more. But we'll see. I want it to be obviously fallen and in distress. Let's see. Might have to make it a little bit more of a distinct shape. Something with a little more character. That's a little better, a little more blocky. But again, this is just me sort of eyeballing it. If I can figure out a way, I might have to actually go back and redesign this a little bit. I can make it look more like a skull. That'd be kind of cool. Like I said, I got to work on this. It's going to take some work. I don't think that arm is big enough. But ultimately, it's got to be something that's sort of obviously robotic, you know? This leg is foreshortened. All right. Now, yeah, I'm gonna. So now that I have sort of a base of where I know the robot's going, I want the arm here, foreshortened. He's laying down. I'm gonna have to go in and do a bit more design work, and maybe I'll have to do that separately. But the next thing I'm gonna do, let's create a new layer. Let's go in here and start working on Hellboy himself. Get some of the details going. Oh, here I'm gonna do. Grab my Hellboy reference. I'll copy it all. I'm gonna paste that in from the clipboard. There. Now I have my own drawings up here as a reference. It's one of the reasons I love working on the iPad. It just allows for these kinds of on-the-fly decisions and operations. Make sure I get this right. I was talking yesterday about how I decided I drew him bulky in my sort of Bruce Timm style, but you look at Mike Mignola's drawings of him, and the guy's got no shoulders. I never quite realized that he's got no shoulders. but he's got shoulders in mine. I found this cool model sheet that Mike Mignola did. I always think it's funny. He's got like these bicyclist shorts. I don't quite understand that design choice, but that's what. And he's gonna be wearing Otis Frampton style Converse, or at least boots. Maybe they're boots. Starting to come together. Hello, Mixer D. Watching me on YouTube. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Yes. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. I had to do something. So let's. He's got these skinny little arms in Mike's drawings. I think I'm going to move the patch to his patch over here. Sorry, but I want it to be seen. I'm going to fix this. Still not right. Let me use Liquify. Make it look a little less stiff. Actually, whoops. First, let me section that off. And we can liquefy it without destroying the other. Everyone had to be a little bigger. Mixture D says, I've been a fan of yours, fan since you used to stream on Ustream. Yeah, that's a long time ago. Thanks for stopping by again. It's so great to see when people show up to my new live streams who've been watching me for so long. Because that was a while ago, like a decade ago, right? More than that, more than a decade since I stopped streaming on Ustream. All right, let's get the first. We'll just draw basic hand kind of shape. How many fingers? She's got three fingers on the, yeah, 3 fingers. I might have to make this a little smaller. He hoped I need to find some reference of him. Oh, there's one. What's that big? I guess. Does he ever hold it with the giant hand? Oh, look, he does smoke cigars. I was right about that. Whatever. He's gonna hold the big one right with this hand. I like using the selection tools when I can. It can be helpful. That's it. Oops. It's one thing we're all waiting for Procreate Dreams, Procreate those selection tools. But I know you're working on it, so I won't badger you about it. All right. It's a good start. A good start. One thing I gotta think about when I'm gonna design the torso of this thing. I really gotta redesign it. It's not working for me yet. Is to allow places for giant bullet holes, and then maybe smoke coming out of them this way. I don't want to block too much of the stairs. I like that architecture, but it's gonna have smoke coming out, maybe a little fire. So I'm just gonna refine the Jawas just a little bit to start to place them. And one sort of up close. All right, it's starting to come together. Oh, look at there's like a. Oh, might not work. Oh, one thing I gotta remember. I kind of like Manuel always sort of incorporates like trees and foliage into his designs in cool ways. So maybe I don't know how I can do that. If I get rid of the idea that it's definitely a German like city kind of thing. It can just be maybe like a temple or something. I can do it that way. Have sort of. Oops. Let's get on the right layer here. I can maybe have like vines crawling up the stuff, and then some tree forms on the outside, framing things. That might work pretty well. Same here. That way they'd be in the shot up here, and then the vines would be climbing up there, kind of like that. I know this looks so messy right now, but this is how it's done. This is how I do it. Mixer D says, "You're working on Escape from Planet Nowhere." Yeah, that was a long time ago. It's a comic I really enjoyed working on, but it had to be put aside because it was sort of its time, if you know what I mean. Other things took precedence. Honestly, whoops, that comic was sort of my psychological state at the time, to be honest. And things are better now, so I don't feel like I need to escape from Planet Nowhere. Maybe that's one reason why I got rid of it. But it was, in retrospect, it was definitely one of those things where I was trying to tell myself something. All right. So I think compositionally this is working. I think the big weakness that I've got for the piece moving forward is the design of the robot. I mean, it's not really even designed. It's just sort of, sketchiness thrown in there. But I think that it needs to be cooler. Whoops. It needs to be much cooler. And so I need to give it some attention. Because it's going to be such a big part of the final piece. I want it to look cool, so I think I might need to do a little bit of research and exploration to finally pull it together. And I might work on a little bit of refining of this, at least. The Hellboy and the Jawas off the stream, but for the next stream, I might, after doing a little bit of research, might come in here and fix this during the next stream. And at that point, it'll just be a case of tightening up the pencils and printing it out to blue line, and then we can start inking. I might do like a lighting pass too. I'm going to lean into the Mike Mignola and give some strong blacks, spotting of blacks in the piece. So throw some ink at it. I think that's all for today, though. I guess I'll be back maybe tomorrow at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Central to continue working on this. And I hope that if you're watching or rewatching these streams, I hope you're enjoying seeing the process play out. I don't usually show this part of the work. It definitely exposes the cracks in my abilities, but it is what it is, and I want to keep doing it. So thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and all that good stuff on both Rumble and YouTube. I am monetized on Rumble, so if you watch me there, it helps me out a little bit more, but watch me wherever you can. And I will see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.